make sure you. Yeah, as long as they got it all set up. The deal is football in focus. Teed up indoors on Battleground. Good to have you on tonight. Got the Eastern Guilford Wildcats in the house tonight. Cats in the house. Boy, who's our PA guy down at Eastern Guilford? Man, Wildcats in the house. Wildcat Crazies. Remember the Wildcat Crazies?
Yes,
basketball?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was back in the day. I love those Crazies. Got Samari Smith with us, linebacker.
Yes, sir. Middle linebacker.
Top position on the team. One of the top positions on the team. Middle linebacker. You can't help but see some action.
Yes, sir.
You've been doing a lot of tackling this year too, because I kept up a lot of your numbers. We had another tackler there with you guys last year. Who'd you lose off last year's defense? Maybe some key names. Anybody remember last year?
Tavion Bullock.
Bullock, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest role models.
That's your role model. Yep.
Yeah.
He was here last year too on the show.
Yeah, that was one of the guys that when I came up to play as a young sophomore, he really taught me how to really like work into my game and better my craft at the sport. Take the game as more than take the game as not a job. So personally, just had a love for it, and he brought that out in from me.
Play it like a game, love of the game. Then.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the responsibilities of middle linebacker you got there playing that position? What are some of those responsibilities and things you need to do to make sure you do your job right?
Stop and run. That's one of the biggest things that we need to focus on more as linebackers, stopping and run. And then dropping into your pass zones, helping out the DBs whenever you can.
When you make a tackle, do you try to you make them different ways, depending on which play it is. Do you try to knock the guy down with the body, make a tackle, knock him down, or you just wrap him up and take him all the way down?
I kind of try to do both, and then when I do that, it's all sparks. After that, I get up hype.
And ready to go again?
Yes, sir.
Any picks this year?
No, sir, not yet.
Not yet. Boy, but we do know that Junior scored a touchdown that first game, but a reception. Man, what's turned this team around this year? 0-3 to start things off. Now you guys are 3-0. So you played 3 games, 3-0. That's your new record.
Yes, sir.
What's turned it around for you?
Upping the intensity in practice. Taking each other accountable. Holding each other accountable. Stepping it up as young leaders. And having those guys in practice push each other, and just having that friendly competition to the point where we can all just better ourselves and better ourselves at the game.
Do you play any on offense or just you work on
I play
defense?
a little tailback here and there.
A little tailback, not bad then. So I guess Kendall Creech has got some competition looming in the background there somewhere maybe.
Nah, that's him. He
He's
good.
the man.
He the man.
Who is this new guy though? I saw another name that's carrying the ball some for you guys now.
Tyler Melvin.
Tyler Melvin. He's a new, kind of the heir apparent guy to go step in the future then.
Yes, sir. Big back tie. That's what we call him.
Big what?
Big back tie.
Man, big back tie. How big is he?
Big enough to run you over.
Pretty good size?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'd like to have a chance. If I could go and get some good work, I'd like to have, whenever I hear a guy big enough to run, I want to try to tackle that guy. That's the challenge. I love the
Yes,
challenge.
sir.
Anybody?
Me and him every day in the A gap.
Oh, man, you gotta love that.
Yes, sir.
That has you ready for the game on Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Going into the Atkins game, what are some responsibilities? I know you got your regular things you need to do as far as the game goes. What are some things you're seeing about Atkins you need to do tomorrow to make this game good for you guys, and good for you as a position player?
Some things that I've really seen. I looked at film. Stopping these shifties running backs. But they got a lot of speed on their team, so our biggest goal is going to be, staying square, making tackles, wrapping up, keeping anything, closed so they don't really get a crease enough to, take off with the ball and nothing like that. So we got to really just dial into the run and watch out for any sneak-in passes.
Samari Smith with us, linebacker, Eastern Guilford Wildcats, take on Atkins tomorrow night. We're going to think about, you got to watch too, because Atkins and Southern Guilford beat Atkins. People say Southern Guilford's weak, and they beat Atkins. Well, what's going on Atkins? You can't let that get you, though. You can't let that happen and underestimate what Atkins can do, because Atkins is a pretty good team. I heard that game kind of got settled late in the game, too.
Yes, sir.
So you got to take Atkins very seriously.
Yes, sir. You got to take them serious. You got to take every team serious, because they're a serious opponent at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what stats they got. You got to take every team serious. Because every team can score on you, even if you don't think they can.
That's like trying to play against the number 2 team, and you're playing number 2 offense in practice. You just got to take those guys just as serious as anybody else.
Exactly.
You don't have that same level of momentum in practice and that same level of intensity, like you talked about earlier, intensity. I mean, you'll be dropping off and things aren't going to work for you.
Exactly.
Give me the Dudley Panthers. You think of Dudley Panthers, what do you think of it when you think of Dudley?
I think of a great team. I think of a dogfight.
I love that term, man. That's a great term, dogfight. Man, hard-fought game, dogfight, and again, you want to play those guys again. If I'm playing against Dudley, I want a shot at the LJ Southern, I want a shot at Jaden Brown, those running backs. And as a linebacker, he may not jump on the receivers as much, but they got some good receivers there, too.
Yes, sir, they do.
Love to have a chance to cross those guys across the middle. Samari Smith with us. Coach Baggery, what's he taught you?
He's taught me a lot about the middle linebacker position ever since he's moved me up. He's kind of taught me how to, just take my reads, don't really rush a lot. Take my time with a lot of my passes, lead how I'm supposed to lead.
And so don't overplay the play.
Yes, sir. Keep the defense in check when I can.
What makes you mad is you run inside to get in the backfield and kind of overrun the play and the guy's gone. You say, I got to go catch that guy.
Kind of makes me mad because I know like I'm kind of fast at the position, so I got to dial down my speed sometimes. You know what I mean? So sometimes I just got to dial it back a little bit.
Is your back and forth speed or side to side speed better?
Back and forth.
That's your better speed. I love the side to side. I listen to those guys. So on this side, if you want to side of the wide side, make that tackle, chase that guy down.
Yes,
that
sir.
lateral movement. Best player to come out of Eastern Guilford still
Torrey Hope.
Torrey Holt. Got to be the Holt brothers. Hey, did you ever heard of GreenSportSports.com before tonight?
No, sir.
He's honest. I like that honesty. Now you have.
Yes, sir. I
In the future, favorite pregame meal?
Chicken Alfredo, like Creech said.
It's working for him, works for you, works for all of us, right?
Yes, sure do.
Do you ever guys sit together as a team, have a team pregame meal? Do you guys do
Yeah,
that?
yeah. We go to the church and we sit down and eat together. Have some time before the game.
That's good stuff. That church has been supporting Eastern Guilford for a lot of years, I think.
Yes,
that
sir.
same church. How about the postgame meal?
5-piece Supreme at lunch
5-piece Supreme?
from Bojangles.
Yeah, can't beat that. I mean, it's in the neighborhood too, right?
Yes, sir.
Up at Stony Creek. Bonus question. Dream play in the game tomorrow night. You can elaborate, make it a detail. What's the dream play for tomorrow night?
Hitting the hole and making the quarterback fumble.
Yeah, and then after you make him fumble, what happens next?
Jump on the ball,
you
get
gotta
up and go
recover that
crazy.
fumble. Yeah, when you cause a fumble, you also recover that fumble.
Yes, sir.
And if you hit that guy and cause a fumble, you're saying, if somebody else has got a part of that ball, he might be my teammate, but I tell you what, tonight, I'm taking that ball away from my teammate.
Yes, sir.
Because you cause a fumble, you got to go recover it. Get it, it's yours.
Yes, sir.
You own that territory. What number do you wear?
31.
31. So we had a 2, an 8, and now a 31.
Yes, sir.
Samari Smith, good job. Find Tavion Bullock, and tell him thanks for the job he's done getting you ready.
Thank you, Tavion.
There you go. He did it right there. Perfect. I hope maybe Tavion will watch this video sometime tomorrow in the future. His mother can't. Your mother's here, right?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, yes, sir. My
Yes, ma'am,
bad.
she's here. Yes, sir, I'm here. But she's here. We like that parental support. Is that Kayla's mother that came in too? Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys coming on board. We will get to our next player. Is he here? Does Xavier get here?
Not yet.